everyone, and welcome back to Mrs. English Podcast. Here, we make English easy, fun, useful, and perfect for real conversations. I'm Laura.
Hi, Laura. Hello, all our amazing friends. I'm Leo, and today I am full of energy.
Leo, you're smiling like you had the best weekend ever. So, how was your weekend?
You're starting already. My weekend was fantastic. On Saturday, I went hiking in the mountains with some friends. We walked for 3 hours, took beautiful photos of the views, and ate delicious barbecue at the top. On Sunday, I watched a really funny movie at home, cooked pasta with fresh sauce, and slept late because I was so relaxed. How about you?
Mine was relaxing and cozy. On Saturday, I stayed home most of the day, baked chocolate cookies with my sister, read a good mystery book in bed, and listened to calm music. On Sunday, I went for a short walk in the park when the sun came out, called my mom for a long chat, and rested on the couch with tea. Perfect for recharging.
See, we're doing the lesson right now. Today, how to talk about your weekend in English, the #1 Monday question that everyone asks at work, school, or with friends.
Friends, help us grow. Click like if you want natural English. Subscribe to Mrs. English Podcast. Turn on the bell for every new episode.
And share this with a friend who always says it was good every Monday. Let's make them talk more and feel confident. Ready? Let's start.
First step, simple answers to start strong.
My weekend was good, great, amazing, wonderful, relaxing, quiet, calm, peaceful, busy, tiring, crazy, full of energy, fun, exciting, adventurous, boring. Yes, boring is okay too. Sometimes we need rest.
Add feeling. It was really relaxing and cozy. It was super busy, but so much fun. It was quiet, but exactly what I needed.
Now past tense time. We need verbs for what happened. First, regular verbs. Add ed. Easy.
Walk to walked. Play to played. Watch to watched. Cook to cooked. Clean to cleaned. Visit to visited. Call to called. Stay to stayed. Rest to rested. Dance to danced. Listen to listened. Shop to shopped.
Pronunciation tip. Walked, t sound. Played, d sound. Watched, t sound. Listen carefully. I walked in the park for almost 2 hours on Saturday afternoon because the weather was perfect, sunny and not too hot. It made me feel fresh and happy. I played basketball with my brother on Saturday morning. We played for a long time. I scored a few times, and we laughed a lot when I missed the ball. I watched a really funny comedy movie on Netflix last night with my roommate. We laughed so hard that my stomach hurt, and we paused it a few times to talk about the jokes. I cooked a delicious chicken pasta with fresh tomatoes, basil, garlic, and cheese for dinner on Sunday evening. My family loved it, and we ate together at the table.
I cleaned the whole house on Saturday morning. I vacuumed the floors, washed the windows, wiped the kitchen counters, and organized my closet so everything looked neat. I visited my grandma in the village on Sunday. She made her famous apple cake with cinnamon. We sat in the garden and we talked for hours about old family stories and memories. I called my best friend in the evening on Saturday and we talked on the phone for almost 2 hours about everything: work, life, funny memories from school, and our plans for the future. I stayed home all weekend because I was tired from the long week, so I just relaxed on the couch, read my favorite book, and drank hot tea while listening to rain outside. I danced to my favorite pop songs in the living room on Sunday afternoon. Nobody was watching, so I felt completely free and happy, and I even sang along loudly. I listened to a new English podcast for beginners while I was cooking breakfast on Saturday morning. It helped me learn new words and phrases, and I repeated them out loud. I shopped for new clothes online on Sunday afternoon. I looked at many websites, tried on virtual outfits, bought a nice warm jacket and some comfortable shoes for winter, and they arrived super fast. Repeat after me slowly. I watched a funny movie last night. I cooked dinner for my family. Good job, everyone.
Irregular verbs, no ed. Memorize these, super important for natural talk. Go, went. Eat, ate. See, saw. Have, had. Buy, bought. Sleep, slept. Read, read. Come, came. Do, did. Make, made. Take, took. Give, gave. Feel, felt. Meet, met. Drink, drank. Drive, drove. Fly, flew.
I went to the cinema with my friends on Saturday night. We watched a new action movie, ate popcorn, and talked about the ending for a long time after it finished. I ate sushi and fresh salad for lunch on Sunday at my favorite restaurant. It was healthy, delicious, and I felt really good and light after eating. I saw a beautiful sunset at the beach when I went for a long walk in the evening. The sky was orange and pink, the waves were calm, and it made me feel peaceful inside. I had coffee with my sister at our favorite cafe on Saturday afternoon. We sat outside, talked about our plans for the new year, laughed at old jokes, and stayed there for almost 2 hours. I bought a new phone case and some wireless headphones online yesterday. I chose them carefully, read the reviews, and they arrived super fast. I love how they look and work.
I slept until 11 a.m. on Sunday morning because I was really tired from the busy week. It felt so good to rest, and when I woke up, I felt fresh and ready for the day. I read a mystery book in bed on Saturday night. It was so interesting and full of surprises that I finished half of it in one sitting and couldn't stop thinking about the story. My old friend came over for dinner last night. We cooked pasta together, opened a bottle of wine, and remembered funny stories from school while we ate. I did yoga in the living room for 30 minutes on Sunday morning. I followed a video, breathed deeply, and it helped me relax my body and clear my mind completely. I made fresh vegetable soup with carrots, potatoes, onions, and herbs for lunch on Sunday. It was warm, comforting, and perfect for the cold weather outside. I took lots of photos during my walk in the park on Saturday. The trees were colorful with autumn leaves, the light was beautiful, and I captured some really nice moments. I gave my mom a small bouquet of flowers when I visited her on Sunday. She was so surprised and happy, hugged me tightly, and we put them in a vase right away. I felt really happy and relaxed after spending time with family on Sunday. Weekends like that recharge my energy and make me smile for the whole week. I met my old classmate at the supermarket by chance on Saturday. We talked for 20 minutes about our lives, exchanged numbers again, and promised to meet for coffee soon. I drank green tea every morning this weekend. It helped me stay calm, focused, and full of energy without feeling too excited or nervous. I drove to a small town outside the city on Sunday afternoon. The road was quiet, the views were stunning with hills and trees, and I enjoyed the peaceful drive with music.
I went shopping on Saturday, bought new shoes and a jacket, ate pizza with friends in the evening, and felt so happy after that.
My full weekend story as example.
On Saturday morning, I went to the gym early because I wanted to start the day active. I played tennis with my friend for 1 hour. We laughed a lot when I missed the ball. Then I ate a big breakfast with eggs, toast, and fresh fruit. In the afternoon, I saw a movie at home on the big screen and laughed so hard at the funny parts. On Sunday, I slept late until 10:30, read a book in bed with coffee, and rested all day on the couch. It was perfect and exactly what I needed.
Formula for natural answer. Use this every time. 1. General feeling. My weekend was relaxing, busy, fun, quiet. 2. Weather or feeling. The weather was sunny, rainy, cold, so or I felt tired but happy because. 3. Saturday details. On Saturday, I went to the park, played with friends, ate lunch outside, took photos, and 4. Sunday details. On Sunday, I stayed home, cooked a big meal, watched a series on Netflix, talked to family, and relaxed in the evening. 5. Ending. It was great. How about you? Or what did you do this weekend?
Boring or quiet weekend example. My weekend was quiet and not very exciting, but I needed the rest. On Saturday, it rained all day, so I stayed home and cleaned the house. I vacuumed every room, washed the dishes, wiped the counters, and organized my closet so everything looked neat and tidy. Then I cooked a simple soup and read a book all afternoon. On Sunday, I did laundry in the morning, rested on the couch, watched some videos on YouTube, and slept early. Nothing special happened, but I felt calm and ready for the new week.
My weekend was super busy, but really fun and full of energy. The weather was sunny on Saturday, so I went hiking in the mountains with some friends. We walked for 3 hours up the trail, took beautiful photos of the views from the top, ate sandwiches and fruit we packed, and laughed a lot on the way down. In the evening, I met my family for dinner at a restaurant. We ate barbecue, talked about old memories, and stayed until late. On Sunday, I drove to the city center, shopped for new clothes and a warm jacket for winter, bought some gifts for friends, had coffee with my best friend, and came home tired but very happy.
My weekend was quiet, cozy, and perfect for recharging. It was a little rainy on Saturday, so I stayed home most of the day. I cleaned the kitchen and living room, baked chocolate cookies with my sister, and we ate them warm with milk while watching old photos. Then I read a good mystery novel in bed all afternoon and listened to calm music. On Sunday, the sun came out, so I went for a short walk in the park for 30 minutes, bought fresh flowers for the table, cooked warm soup for lunch, called my mom for a long chat, and rested on the couch with tea in the evening. It was exactly what I needed after a long week.
Hi, Laura. Good morning. How was your weekend? Hi, Laura. It was fantastic. On Saturday, the weather was sunny, so I went hiking in the mountains with friends. We walked for 3 hours, took lots of photos, and ate barbecue at the top while talking and laughing. In the evening, I met my family and we had dinner together. On Sunday, I slept late, watched a comedy movie, and rested all day. How was yours?
Mine was relaxing. I stayed home, baked cookies, read a book, and called my mom. It was cozy. Hey, Leo, how was your weekend?
Hey, it was busy but fun. On Saturday, I went shopping in the city. I bought a new jacket and shoes, had lunch with my cousin, and walked around the market. In the evening, I danced at a small party with friends. On Sunday, I drove to my parents' house, ate homemade food, and talked for hours. Yours?
I flew to my hometown for the weekend, met family, ate grandma's cake, took photos, and came back Sunday night. Amazing. Extra tips for natural talk. Add details. Time, in the morning, late at night. Feelings, I felt tired but happy or excited or relaxed. Weather, it was sunny so I went out, or rainy so I stayed inside. Connectors for flow. And, but, so, then, after that, because. Ask back always. And you? What about your weekend? Did you do anything fun? If you make a mistake, sorry, what I mean is, I went, not go, or let me say it again. Practice. Record yourself on your phone, or tell your AI assistant your weekend story every Monday. For next weekend plans, this weekend I'm going to go hiking again, or I'm planning to stay home and relax. Quick recap, big list. Feelings, relaxing, busy, fun, tiring, quiet, amazing, cozy. Verbs, walked, played, watched, went, ate, saw, had, bought, slept, read, cooked, cleaned, visited, danced, listened, shopped. Formula, feeling plus weather or reason plus Saturday details plus Sunday details plus ask back. Always smile when telling your story. It makes it more fun.
Pick 5 to 7 verbs today and make your own sentences.
Now we're all ready for any Monday question. Friends, how do you feel after this long lesson?
Super motivated and ready to talk.
Your turn. Comment below right now. How was your weekend? What did you do on Saturday or Sunday? Use past tense. I went, I ate, I watched, I felt. Was it relaxing, busy, fun, quiet, or something else? Tell us as much as you want. We read every single comment, love your stories, and reply to as many as we can.
If this episode made you excited to share your weekend,
Please like the video. It really helps us.
subscribe to Mrs. English Podcast, plus turn on the bell for more real-life English lessons.
Share this episode with friends, classmates, or family who are learning English. Let's help everyone speak naturally and confidently.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for learning with us today.
You're improving every single day. Keep practicing, stay happy, and tell us next Monday how your next weekend was. Bye-bye, friends. Have a wonderful week ahead. See you soon.